This is the story of Ed the Candyman Mahoney, his parents and family. How he had dreamed of being a race car driver and what the Mahoney family did with his legacy. Eddie grew up with a younger brother. His dream was to get behind the wheel of a race car. He had taken on the family legacy of Santa when he was old enough, but from the time he was a baby, his big dream was to drive a race car. We think even in his bouncy seat he had racing on his mind. He loved his toy racetrack and cars. Little did he know that his dream would come true and he would leave behind a legacy that lived on well beyond his years. Eddie's favorite NASCAR driver was Dale Earnhardt Sr. One of Eddie's inspirations, growing up, was his uncle Clem Lewandowski. He raced anything with wheels. Eddie helped drivers for years at tracks and even helped Chet Kurzija. His first real opportunity to get some driving time in was behind the wheel of George Scheffler's number 35. Eddie's father, who everyone called Pops, saw how much Eddie and his other son Timmy were getting involved in the sport. Pops even came out to some practices and races that Eddie drove George's car in. Eddie and Timmy had done a lot of work on this street stock, as well as in another George had been wanted built. In addition, they had been helping build a Mid-America car. Pops took to heart a comment George made and decided it was time to buy his sons a race car. Eddie and Timmy had always been like the Blues Brothers. Eddie the expert driver. Pops bought Jeff Bock's number 31 street stock, which had been a winner in its day. The Mahoneys painted it all black and Eddie chose number 33 because number 3 was already taken at the track. Eddie said he was a double Dale Earnhardt. The day the car made its appearance at the track, a fellow racer remarked to Pops that that car is as big as a bus. The name stuck. They had struggles. Eddie was learning to race and he was making the bus move. Even though it was a big car, it had a magic about it. Do you believe cars have personalities? Timmy did. He talked to the car as though she were any other person. Eddie had his whole family and friends cheering him on. He had Pops, Timmy, John Kerry, Josh Kerry, Bob Chrissell, and Kenny Skaggs in his pits, making the bus go faster. The bus protected Eddie and was a good car to learn in. If anyone tried to move her out of the way, they would likely end up spinning themselves out and ending up in the dust. That was the motto. Mess with the bus, end up in the dust. Eddie's dream was coming true. He had some first and second place finishes. Everything he did was for his Pops. special race in honor of his youngest daughter Nicole. He wheeled the bus like he was on a mission. Eddie had raced the bus since 1999, but change was in the air. What's the fuss? Introducing the minibus. This is the car Timmy and Eddie helped George build. Pops had bought it. Timmy was feeling anxious as he had a special connection with the bus. A newer member of the team had replaced outgoing members, his nickname Coach. Though there were some great finishes, it was not a stellar year. Some tension started to build among certain team members. A decision to paint the car black again was made. It seemed like a good idea until this. Thankfully, Eddie just had bruises and was okay. Pops had bought a different car and Eddie, his daughters Melissa, Nicole, Timmy, Pops and the crew worked their rears off and got the new car out 2 weeks later. You have to watch this whole race to understand the emotion. Ed went on to win many races. Sadly, Mom passed in 2004, Pops in 2007.
Season championship run for the Street Stocks. It's presented by the folks from Bailey's Carpet One of Forest, and it's in memory of Ed Mahoney. I'm going to turn the microphone over now for the next couple of moments to Jim Welch. Jim?
Thank you, Paul. Well, thank you all for coming out this season at the Grundy County Speedway. I hope you all had fun. Did you? There's about a member of the racing fraternity here at the Grundy County Speedway passed away last October. His name was Ed Mahoney. Now, most of you know, last year, for the last several years, I was announcing, and the kids would always come up, and I'd have notes. The Candyman. Candyman. Candy after the feature, after the feature. Well, very, very generous people, a wonderful person. Always took care of the kids. Always said, just go down and see the 33 pit of the Street Stocks for the Candyman. Get your candy. Well, he passed away last October. And tonight, we're dedicating the Street Stock feature in his name. His name is Ed Mahoney. The race is called the Candyman 33 Special. I want to pass the mic right now to the driver, John Carey. He'll say a few words.
John Carey? Come on now.
I don't know. I mean, I was glad that Melissa and her family gave me this chance. It really means a lot. All the racers, you guys are awesome.
Ed was my brother, and right from the start, Eddie was a racer from the very first time my father. And I mean, and it's all about winning, but it was also about family. And, you know, the fans. Eddie loved his fans. He loved the kids. One of the biggest joys that he had was when those kids came down to the pits. I can't tell you how many times he picked up a little kid, he picked up and put him in his car, and the joy in those kids' face. They're sitting in a stock car, a real stock car, you know, and he let them turn the steering wheel, and, you know, he'd shake the car a little and make them feel like they were out on the track. And some of you might not know, Eddie also donned a red suit during the Christmas holiday. He was another special figure. His generosity was just overwhelming, and I miss him so much. But, you know, Betty, every time I hear it, it goes, nowadays when they drop the flag, some things just ain't the same. And without Eddie here, some things just ain't the same. Thank you.
I just want to say, too, when he took the scoreboard out, they were back the next week racing.
And we won our first heat back. Actually, John said that Jimmy wanted to hear some stories or something, and no more. When these guys come out and do the parade lap and they all wave to you, just wave back 3 fingers. Eddie, the rest of us will all know what it means. Candyman will live forever. Hope you folks are doing real good tonight. I tell you what, if anybody thinks that this ain't a family sport, it's a bunch of horse dung. But I tell you, man.
I think he's wrong.
Oh my God. I remember that till this day, doesn't a day go by that I don't think about him. I'm sure a lot of folks out there too. This is a family sport, man. We are all family out here. Hope y'all agree with me on that. Yeah, that's right. And we all got to be family. And in this great country that we live in, I can't say enough about it. I'm at a loss of words, man, but Eddie, we love you, man. You'll never be forgotten. Thank you.
And one more time, we love you and we miss you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's your starting lineup for tonight's Candyman Special 33. Well, you can see they carry number 33 leading the field around. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight in honor of Ed Mahoney, our street stock competitors give you the 4-wide parade lap.
Hey.
So many races following the unfortunate incidents of Daytona that year where NASCAR fans would stand up and hold 3 fingers up in the air on lap number 3. For this 4-wide parade lap, why don't we give Ed Mahoney a tribute to his favorite driver, Dale Earnhardt, and have everybody stand and hold 3 fingers up in the air. Everybody up, hold 3 fingers up in the air for one of Dale Earnhardt's greatest fans, Ed Mahoney. We still have the 4 cylinders, and I tell you what, 4-cylinder features over the past few weeks have been just downright nuts.
Thanks to Tim McKenna and Matt Sisson. Mahoney Racing was reborn through TNM Racing as they used Eddie's numbers. Enjoy the photos.
Season championship run for the Street Stocks. It's presented by the folks from Bailey's Carnival Forest, and it's in memory of Ed Mahoney. I'm going to turn the microphone over now for the next couple of moments to Jim Welch. Jim.
Thank you, Paul. Well, thank you all for coming out this season at the Grundy County Speedway. I hope you all had fun. Did you? There's about a member of the racing fraternity here at the Grundy County Speedway passed away last October. His name was Ed Mahoney. Now, most you know, last several years, I was announcing, and the kids would always come up and I'd have notes. The Candyman. Candy after the feature. Well, very, very generous people, a wonderful person. Always took care of the kids. Always said, just go down and see the 33 pit of the street stocks. Candyman, get your people. Well, he passed away last October. And tonight, we're dedicating the street stock feature in his name. His name is Ed Mahoney. The race is called the Candyman 33 Special. I want to pass the mic right now to the driver, John Terry. He'll say a few words.
John Kerry. Come on now.
I don't know. I mean, I was glad that Melissa and her family gave me this chance. It really means a lot. All the racers, and awesome.
Ed was my brother, and right from the start, Eddie was a racer from the very first time my pop. And I mean, it's all about winning, but it was also about family. And, you know, the fans. Eddie loved his fans. He loved the kids. One of the biggest joys that he had was when those kids came down to the pits. I can't tell you how many times he picked up a little kid, he picked up and put him in his car, and the joy in those kids' face. They're sitting in a stock car, a real stock car, you know, and he let them turn the steering wheel, and, you know, he'd shake the car a little and make them feel like they were out on the track. And some of you might not know, Eddie also donned a red suit during the Christmas holiday. He was another special figure. His generosity was just overwhelming, and I miss him so much. But, you know, Betty, every time I hear it, it goes, nowadays when they drop the flag, some things just ain't the same. And without Eddie here, some things just ain't the same. Thank you.
I just want to say, too, when he took the scoreboard out, they were back the next week racing.